Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Listening Practice Hub. My name is Emma. Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Listening Practice Hub. My name is Emma, and I am very happy to have you here with me today. Thank you for taking time to listen, to learn, and to practice English with me. In this podcast, we move slowly, we speak clearly, and we enjoy simple stories from daily life. This helps you understand more, think in English more, and feel more confident every time you listen. In today's long story, I want to take you on a calm and gentle journey. This is a story about learning to think in English, step by step, moment by moment. You will follow one person and see how small daily choices help them grow. You will hear simple conversations, clear thoughts, and soft descriptions that make listening easier. So, find a comfortable place, relax your shoulders, breathe slowly, and enjoy this peaceful moment with me. Our story begins on a quiet morning. The sun is low, and the air is cool. The sky has soft colors, like pale yellow and light blue. In a small room, someone wakes up slowly. They open their eyes and look around. Their room is simple: a small desk, a chair, a lamp, and a window that shows the early morning light. They sit up in bed and stretch their arms. Their body feels a little heavy, but their mind feels ready for a new day. They enjoy mornings because mornings feel like a fresh start. No noise yet, no pressure, no rush. Just quiet space to breathe and think. They stand up and walk to the window. When they open it, a soft wind moves into the room. It feels nice on their skin. They take a deep breath and listen. Everything feels slow and peaceful. After a moment, they go to the kitchen to make some tea. While the water heats, they sit at the small table with a notebook. This notebook is special. It is their English thinking notebook. Every morning, they write a few simple thoughts in English. Not perfect sentences, not long paragraphs. Just clear, simple ideas. Today, they open the notebook and write, "I want to think in English today. I want to stay calm and patient. I want to learn slowly." They smile because the sentences feel warm and hopeful. They are not trying to be perfect. They're just trying to grow. The water finishes boiling, and they make a cup of tea. The warm cup feels good in their hands. They sit again holding the tea and think about their day. They know they will face some small challenges. They will hear English at work. They will speak English in a shop. They will read a few messages from friends. But they are ready. They want to practice. After finishing the tea, they get dressed, take their bag, and leave the house. Outside, the street is quiet. A few people walk slowly. A bus passes down the road. Birds make small sounds in the trees. The world feels soft and calm, just like their morning routine. As they walk, they try to think in English. They look at the street and say to themselves, "This road is long. The sky is bright. The air feels cold." They do not say the sentences loudly. They only think them inside their mind. This small exercise helps them stay in English. Step by step, the language becomes a natural part of the day. They arrive at a small café, a place they visit many mornings. The door opens with a soft sound. The smell of fresh bread fills the air. A friendly barista stands behind the counter. "Good morning," the barista says. Good morning, they answer with a smile. Tea today? The barista asks. Yes, please, they say. The barista prepares the tea and places it on the counter. They pay, take the cup, and sit near the window. They enjoy watching the world move slowly outside. They hear small pieces of conversations around them. Some words are clear, some are not, but they stay patient. They let the language enter naturally. While they sit, they open their notebook again. They write, I want to stay positive. Small steps are enough. They feel a warm energy inside. It is a simple moment, but a meaningful one. They realize something important. Learning a language is not only about grammar and rules. It is also about feeling safe, calm, and connected. It is about being kind to yourself. After finishing their tea, they walk outside again. The day has become a little louder now. People move faster. Cars pass more often, but they stay relaxed. They walk with slow steps, repeating simple English phrases, and the story continues gently. They step into the building with slow and calm movements. The air inside is cool, and the lights are soft. The place is quiet, with only a few people walking through the hall. They take a moment to breathe and let their minds settle. They remind themselves of their morning words. Small steps are enough. They walk to their desk near a large window. The window brings in natural light, and they like sitting there because it feels peaceful. They place their bag on the floor, sit down, and turn on the computer. While it starts, they look outside again. They see leaves moving in the wind and people walking on the street below. These simple scenes help them feel calm. When the computer is ready, they open their email. There are a few messages written in English. Some lines are long, and some words are new. Instead of feeling stressed, they take a deep breath and say softly in their mind, "It's okay. I can read slowly." They open the first message. They read each line with care. When they see a word they don't know, they guess the meaning from the sentence. They do not stop or panic. They just move forward little by little. And the more they read, the more the sentences make sense. After reading the emails, they write a short answer to one of them. It takes time, but they try to keep it simple. Thank you for your message. I will check the details and give you an update soon. They read the sentence again. It looks clear and polite. They smile a little and press send. A coworker walks by and says, "Good morning." They answer softly, "Good morning," with a gentle smile. The coworker asks, "How are you today?" They take a small breath and reply, "I'm good, thank you."
And you?
"Doing well," the coworker says before continuing down the hall. The conversation is short, but it feels good. It feels like progress. Their voice was steady, and the words came naturally. It gives them confidence. After working for a while, they decide to take a short break. They stand up, stretch their arms, and walk to the small kitchen area in the office. On the way, they continue thinking in English. "I feel calm. I can do this. I am learning." In the kitchen, they find a cup and pour some water. The room is quiet, with a soft humming sound from a refrigerator. They lean against the counter and look at a small plant near the window. The plant has bright green leaves, and sunlight touches the top of it. They like this small moment of peace. When they walk back to their desk, they see a message pop up on their screen. It is an invitation to a short meeting. The meeting will be in English. They feel a small wave of worry, but they breathe slowly and remind themselves, small steps. The meeting starts in a few minutes. They join the call and put on their headphones. There are 3 other people in the online meeting. Their voices are clear but a little fast. Still, they listen with patience. One person asks, "Do you have any updates on your part of the project?" They feel their heartbeat rise slightly, but they keep their voice soft and steady as they answer. "Yes, I have a small update. I checked the reports, and everything is going well. I will send the full details this afternoon." The others nod. "Sounds good," someone says. The meeting continues for a few more minutes. They listen, they think, they try to understand the main ideas. And even though they do not understand every single word, they follow the conversation. They stay calm. They breathe. They grow. When the meeting ends, they take off the headphones and sit quietly for a moment. They feel proud. They handled it. They stayed patient. They spoke clearly. And they realize something important. Confidence grows in small pieces, not all at once. Later in the morning, they return to their tasks. They type, they read, they think in English. The flow feels natural now. The language is not something far away anymore. It is becoming part of their day. Around noon, they decide to go outside for a walk. They take their jacket and step into the street. The sun is higher now, and the light feels warm on their face. They walk slowly to a small park near the building. In the park, there are trees, small flowers, and wooden benches. A few people sit quietly, reading or enjoying their lunch. They find an empty bench and sit down. They close their eyes for a moment and feel the soft breeze. These lines make them smile. They feel a gentle strength inside. They look around the park and observe the details. A child playing, a dog walking with its owner, the sound of birds. They describe the scene softly in their mind in English. The park is quiet. The trees look tall. The sky is bright. This small practice helps their brains stay connected to the language. After finishing the walk, they return to work. The afternoon moves slowly, with tasks and small conversations. They try to stay patient and gentle with themselves. Every moment is an opportunity to practice. When the workday ends, they pack their bag and walk outside. The sky is changing colors again, becoming orange and pink. The air feels cooler now. They decide to take the long route home, to enjoy the peaceful evening. As they walk, they think about their day. They think about the emails, the small talks, the meeting, the slow morning, the quiet park. They think about how all these small moments helped them grow. Thinking in English became easier today. Not perfect, but easier. And that is enough. They arrive home, open the door, and step inside. The room feels warm and familiar. They take off their jacket, place their bag down, and breathe deeply. Another day of practice is done, but the story continues as they begin their quiet evening. They place their keys on the small table near the door and walk slowly into the living room. The room is quiet, with soft evening light coming through the curtains. They enjoy this hour of the day. It feels gentle, warm, and safe. They sit on the couch and let their body relax after the long walk home. For a moment, they close their eyes. They listen to the small sounds around them: a distant car, a soft hum from the fridge, the light rustle of curtains moving with the breeze. These sounds make the room feel alive, but still peaceful. They take a deep breath and think about their day again. They feel grateful that they stayed patient and tried to think in English, even when it was difficult. After resting, they stand up and walk to the kitchen. They open the fridge and look inside. There is some bread, a little cheese, some vegetables. They decide to prepare a simple dinner. Cutting the vegetables feels calming. The soft sound of the knife on the cutting board makes them slow down and stay present. While cooking, they continue practicing English quietly in their mind. I am tired, but it is a good day. I learn new things. I can keep going. These small, simple sentences help them stay connected to the language. They are not studying. They are simply living with the language step by step. When dinner is ready, they sit at the table and eat slowly. They enjoy the warm food and the quiet room. They do not rush. They take time to think about each bite, each moment. This slow pace helps them feel calm. After eating, they clean the table and wash the dishes. The warm water on their hands feels nice. They dry the plates and put them back on the shelf. Then they return to the living room with a cup of tea. They sit by the window and look outside. The sky is darker now, and a few lights shine from the buildings across the street. They take their notebook again. They open it to a fresh page and write. I want to think more clearly. I want to stay calm. I want to learn every day. The notebook is not full of perfect English. It is full of hope. Each page shows growth. Each sentence is a small step forward. They smile softly at the words they wrote. After finishing the tea, they decide to go for a short evening walk. They put on a light jacket and step outside. The street is quieter at this hour. The air feels cool and fresh on their face. The lamps on the sidewalk create warm circles of light on the ground. They enjoy walking in these soft, glowing spaces. As they walk, they continue thinking in English. The night is peaceful. I like this quiet time. The air feels good. They listen to their footsteps on the pavement. The rhythm is slow and steady. They feel themselves relax more with each step. After walking for a few minutes, they reach a small shop. The shop is still open, and they remember they need a few things for tomorrow. They enter the shop. The door makes a small ringing sound as it opens. Inside, the lights are warm, and the shelves are full of everyday items. A shopkeeper smiles and says, "Hello." They smile back. "Hello," they answer softly. They walk through the aisles and pick up what they need: a small pack of tea, a loaf of bread, and some fruit. They carry the items to the counter. The shopkeeper scans the items and says the total amount. They understand the number, and it makes them feel confident. They say, "Here you go." As they give the money, the shopkeeper thanks them and they reply, "Thank you." Have a good evening." Their voice is calm, steady, and natural. This simple interaction makes them feel proud. It is another small step in their journey. They walk out of the shop with a small bag in hand. The street is cool now, and the smell of night air feels fresh. They take their time walking home. The feeling of progress stays with them as they move down the quiet street. When they reach their building, they walk up the stairs slowly. Each step echoes softly in the hallway. They open the door, take off their jacket, and place the bag on the kitchen counter. The room feels warm and inviting after the evening walk. They take a warm shower. The water feels soft on their skin, and the steam makes them relax even more. The shower helps wash away the stress of the day. While standing there, they think again in simple English. "I did my best today. I can try again tomorrow." After the shower, they put on comfortable clothes and sit on the couch. They turn on a small lamp that makes the room glow with soft yellow light. They take their notebook one more time. The pages feel familiar, like an old friend. They write a few more thoughts. "I want to think in English naturally. I want to grow little by little. I don't need to be perfect." These words make them feel lighter. They understand now that learning a language is more than studying. It is about living, feeling, and experiencing the world with new eyes. After writing, they close the notebook gently and place it on the table. They turn off the lamp, leaving only a small light in the hallway. They lie down on the bed. The blanket feels soft and the pillow feels cool. They look at the ceiling and allow their mind to settle. They think about the morning, the cafe, the workday, the walk in the park, the meeting, the quiet evening, the trip to the shop. Each part feels like a small piece of a bigger journey. Their breathing becomes slow and deep. The room is quiet. Their eyes become heavy. They think one last sentence in English before sleep. "Tomorrow I will try again." And with that gentle thought, they drift into a calm and peaceful sleep. The night passes quietly. Outside, the city sleeps under soft shadows. Inside the small room, they rest in deep, calm sleep. Hours move slowly, and the world turns quietly until the light of a new morning begins to appear. The first colors of dawn slide into the room through the thin curtains. They open their eyes gently. Their mind feels a little heavy at first, still soft from sleep, but the calm sensation from last night remains. They stretch their arms and legs under the blanket and breathe slowly. The air in the room feels cool and fresh. They sit up in bed and look around. The room is simple, but in the morning light, it feels warm and safe. They like waking up early. It gives them time to think, to prepare, and to feel ready for the day. They stand up and walk to the window. When they pull the curtain open, the soft morning light fills the room, making everything brighter. Outside, they see the street slowly waking up. A person walks a dog. A few cars pass quietly. The sky has a gentle color, light blue mixed with soft gold. The calm of the morning makes them smile. They walk to the kitchen and begin their morning routine, the same simple routine that helps them stay focused. They boil water and prepare tea. While waiting, they open their notebook. The notebook feels like a friend now, something they can trust. They write, "A new day starts. I want to learn something today. I want to stay calm. These lines set the tone for the day. They drink their tea slowly, feeling the warmth travel through their body. After finishing, they get dressed and prepare for work. Their movements are slow and steady. They enjoy quiet mornings like this, where everything feels clear. When they leave the house, the morning is quiet. I feel good today. I can learn slowly. When they reach the café, the familiar smell of warm bread and coffee surrounds them. They push the door gently, and the barista at the counter smiles. "Good morning," the barista says. "Good morning," they answer, their voice soft but confident. "Tea today?" "Yes, please." The barista prepares the tea, and they pay with a small smile. Then they sit at the same table near the window. The warm cup between their hands feels comforting. They look outside as the city becomes busier. People walk fast, cars move in lines, but inside the cafe, everything feels slow and warm. They take out the notebook again. They write a few more thoughts. I want to speak clearly. I want to think in English more often. They look at the words and feel a sense of quiet strength. After finishing the tea, they leave the cafe and head toward their workplace. When they arrive at the building, they take the stairs slowly and reach their desk. They open the computer and begin the day. Today, there are more messages than usual. Some emails are long. Some have difficult words. But they remind themselves, it's okay. I can take my time. They open the first message. They read each line carefully, and when they do not understand something, they breathe and continue. They learn to guess, to observe, to stay patient. The process feels slow, but slow is okay. Later in the day, a coworker walks to their desk. "Do you have a minute?" the coworker asks. "Yes," they answer with a gentle nod. "We need your help with this file. Could you take a look?" "Sure," they say. The coworker explains a few details. Some parts are easy, and some parts are not. But they listen quietly, trying to catch the main ideas. They ask one small question to make sure they understand. "Do you mean the second page or the first one?" "The second page," the coworker explains with a smile. They nod. "Okay, I will check it now." Their voice feels calm. Even the coworker notices their soft confidence. They open the file and work on it for a while. They write a few short notes in English. The words come slowly, but clearly. They are not perfect, but they are natural. When they finish, they send the file back and say quietly to themselves, "I did it." Later, in the afternoon, there is another meeting. This one is a little longer and has more people. They join the call and listen. At first, the voices sound fast, but soon they start to understand more. They catch familiar words and simple phrases. They follow the main topic. Someone asks, "Do you have anything to add?" They take a breath. They speak slowly. "I think everything is clear. I will continue the work and share updates tomorrow." The team agrees. There is no stress, no panic. It is just another small moment of growth. When the meeting ends, they lean back in their chair. The feeling of nervousness fades, turning into warmth and quiet pride. They realize they are becoming more comfortable, not because everything is easy, but because they allow themselves to learn slowly. Around lunchtime, they go outside again. The sun is higher now, and the light feels warm on their face. They walk to the small park and sit on the same bench. The trees move gently in the wind. A group of children laugh in the distance. They listen to the sounds of life around them. They take their notebook out and write, "I want to understand more today. I want to stay patient." These simple sentences guide them. They do not expect fast changes. They trust the slow process. After lunch, they return to work. The afternoon moves calmly. They finish tasks, send emails, answer small questions from coworkers. Each action becomes a part of their language practice. When the day is over, they pack their bag and walk outside. The sky is turning orange again. They feel the same comfort as yesterday. The warm colors make them feel safe and peaceful. As they walk home, they repeat a few English sentences in their mind. I am learning. I am doing my best. Every day is progress. They arrive at their building, open the door, and step inside. The quiet room welcomes them again. They take off their jacket and sit on the couch for a moment. The evening feels calm. The air in the room feels warm and familiar. They stand up and begin preparing dinner. The sound of vegetables being cut, the smell of warm food, the quiet space, all of these things help them feel relaxed. After dinner, they sit by the window. Their heart feels calm. Their mind feels open. They understand that thinking in English is not only a skill. It is a gentle path they walk every day with patience, with hope, with slow and steady steps. The night becomes quiet again. They finish their tea, close the notebook, and sit quietly for a few long breaths. The peaceful evening wraps around them like a soft blanket, and as the stars appear in the sky, they feel ready for another quiet night of rest. They sleep well that night. Their dreams are soft and quiet, full of simple images. The park, the café, the warm light in their room. The world outside moves through the hours, and slowly, a new day begins again. Morning light touches their face, and their eyes open gently. They feel a little tired, but also peaceful. They lie still for a moment and listen. The room is quiet. Somewhere outside, a bird sings a short, simple song. The sound feels like a soft good morning. They sit up in bed and breathe slowly. They remember their journey. Day by day, they are trying to think in English. Day by day, they are moving forward. Not fast, not loud, but steady. They stand up and walk to the window. When they open it, fresh air enters the room. They look at the street below. A few people are already walking. A bus passes at the corner. The sky is light blue. They say in their mind, "Today is another chance. I can practice again. I can stay calm." These thoughts feel like a quiet promise to themselves. They walk to the kitchen and start boiling water for tea. While they wait, they open their notebook. The pages are now full of small sentences, feelings, and ideas. They turn to a new page and write, "I want to think in English more often today. I want to listen more. I want to be patient with myself." They read the sentences again and feel a soft strength. The water is ready and they make their tea. The warm cup feels good in their hands. They drink slowly, enjoying the quiet morning. After getting dressed, they pick up their phone before leaving the house. On the screen, they see a suggestion for a podcast. It is an English listening podcast. The title says, Slow English Listening for Daily Life. They smile when they see it. It feels like a perfect match for their day. They put on their headphones, press play, and step outside. As they walk down the street, a gentle voice starts speaking in slow, clear English. The voice describes a simple morning routine, just like theirs. Waking up, making tea, looking outside. They listen carefully. The voice says things like, take a deep breath. Look at the sky. Enjoy this quiet moment. They follow these small instructions while they walk. The words are easy and slow. They understand most of them. They feel calm and supported, as if someone is walking beside them. They think quietly. This is helping me. I can listen and think in English at the same time. The combination of walking and listening feels natural. They do not force anything. They just let the words flow into their ears and move gently through their mind. When they reach the café, they pause the podcast. Inside, the cafe feels the same as before. Warm smell, soft light, quiet music in the background. The barista smiles. Good morning, the barista says. Good morning, they answer. Tea today? Yes, please. Tea today, they repeat with a small, confident smile. They take their tea and sit near the window again. Outside, people move with their own stories, their own days. Inside, they open their notebook and write down a few words from the podcast they just heard. Breathe, quiet moment, enjoy, slow morning. They underline the words slowly and think of simple sentences. I enjoy this quiet morning. I breathe and relax. This is a slow moment. They whisper the sentences very softly, almost like a breath. It feels like a gentle exercise for their tongue and mind. There is no pressure to be perfect. There is only movement. After finishing their tea, they walk to work with the podcast playing again. The voice now tells a short story about going to a market, buying food, and speaking simple phrases. They picture the story in their mind as they walk. The images help the words stay. At work, they turn off the podcast and begin their tasks. The day brings new emails, new messages, and small conversations. But something feels different. Their mind is already in English mode. The slow listening in the morning helped open that door. They read emails more easily than before. They do not understand every word, but they understand the main ideas faster. They answer with simple, clear sentences. They feel less afraid to make mistakes. At one point, a coworker stops by their desk and says, "Hey, we're going to have a short break. Do you want to join us in the kitchen?" They feel a small wave of nervousness because group conversations can be difficult. But they remember their promise for the day. Listen more. So they smile and say, "Yes, I will come." In the kitchen, a few coworkers stand around a small table, drinking coffee and talking. The conversation moves from weekend plans to work topics. Sometimes the words feel fast. Sometimes they do not understand everything, but they listen quietly. They look at faces, at gestures, at smiles. These things help them guess the meaning. Someone asks them, "How was your morning?" They answer with a calm voice, "It was good." I listen to an English podcast on my way here. It helps me practice. Oh, that's a great idea, one coworker says. I think listening is very helpful. Yes, they say. It is slow, and I can understand more. They feel a small happiness when they talk about it. It feels nice to share something positive about their learning. After the break, they go back to their desk. The rest of the morning passes with work, small tasks, and quiet focus. When lunchtime comes, they eat a simple meal and listen again to a short part of the podcast, this time with their headphones on at their desk. They keep the volume low and the mind open. In the afternoon, they have another meeting. This time, they decide to practice active listening. They do not worry about speaking a lot. They want to understand the structure of sentences, the way people link simple words to make longer ideas. They listen for phrases like, I think that, in my opinion, we should maybe. It would be better if. Every time they hear one, they repeat it silently in their mind. They imagine themselves using the same phrases one day, in a similar meeting, with the same calm voice they're building now. When the meeting is over, they feel tired, but also proud. They did not speak much, but their listening was strong. They gave attention, focus, and effort. That is part of learning too. At the end of the workday, they leave the building and walk outside. The sky has soft clouds, and the light is gentle. They put their headphones back on and press play again. The podcast voice now speaks about thinking in English during daily activities: walking, eating, cleaning, sitting by a window. They follow the advice. As they walk, they describe the world in simple English. The road is busy. The cars are loud. The wind feels cold on my face. The buildings look tall. The words are not special or complex, but they're alive. They move with each step, and with each sentence, they feel their mind shift more and more into English. When they arrive home, they take off their shoes and place their bag near the door. The room welcomes them with quiet stillness. They go to the kitchen, make a cup of tea, and sit by the window again, like many evenings before. This time, they open the notebook with a clear idea. They want to write a small reflection about listening and thinking in English. Slowly, they write, listening helps me think in English. When I listen to slow English, I feel calm. When I feel calm, I can learn better. I do not need to understand every word. I just need to stay with the language. They read the sentences once, twice, 3 times. Each time, they feel the truth inside them. These are not just words on paper now. These are real feelings and real experiences. The evening passes in a peaceful rhythm. They make a simple dinner, wash the dishes, and then sit with a book. The book is in their native language. The next morning arrives quietly, just like the days before. Soft light moves slowly across the room, touching the walls, the table, the bed. They wake up with a slow breath. Their body feels relaxed and their mind feels open. Something inside them is changing little by little. They can feel it even before standing up. They sit at the edge of the bed and look around the room. The notebook sits on the small table, waiting. It has become a part of their life, like the cup of tea in the morning or the walk to the café. They appreciate its presence. They stand up and walk to the window. When they open it, cool air enters the room. The sky is bright but soft, and the street below moves slowly. They watch for a moment. Cars pass. People walk. A bicycle moves down the road. Everything feels simple and clear. They say quietly in their mind, "I want to continue my practice today. I want to listen more. I want to think more in English." These small sentences help them focus. They walk to the kitchen, boil water, and make tea. While the tea cools a little, they open the notebook and write. "I feel more comfortable with English. I listen more easily now. I am thinking in English more often." They smile. These sentences feel true. After drinking the tea, they get dressed and leave the house. The air outside feels fresh. They take a deep breath and start walking the familiar path to the cafe. Their steps are soft. Their thoughts move slowly in English. When they enter the cafe, the barista smiles. "Good morning," the barista says. "Good morning," they answer. "The usual?" "Yes, tea, please." They sit near the window again. They watch people outside. They take their notebook and write 3 simple sentences. "I want to be present. I want to speak softly. I want to listen carefully." They enjoy the warm tea, finish it quietly, and head to work. At work, the day feels different. Not easier, not harder, just calmer. They feel more grounded, more connected to the language. Emails come in, and they open them without fear. They read slowly, and the words make more sense now. They write replies with simple sentences, and they feel proud of how natural it feels. Around mid-morning, a coworker walks over. "We need help with this report. Could you check the summary section?" They nod. "Yes, I can check it." Their voice is soft but steady. They read the summary and correct a few lines. They add one simple English sentence. "This part needs more detail." The coworker reads a note and says, "Thank you. That is very clear." The compliment feels warm. It gives them confidence. Later, they have another small meeting. In the meeting, they listen closely. They follow the flow of conversation. They notice how people pause, how they link ideas, how they use simple phrases to start and finish thoughts. They do not speak much, but when someone asks for their opinion, they respond calmly. "I think we can finish this by tomorrow. I will work on my part today." Their English is not fast. It is not complex. It is soft, simple, and clear. And that is more than enough. They see a few people nod. Someone even smiles. It feels like a gentle success. At lunchtime, they go outside again. The same small park welcomes them. The wind moves the leaves. The sky is warm and bright. They sit on the bench and breathe. Their mind is not rushing. Their thoughts move like water, slow, natural, flowing. They open their notebook and write, "I understand more now. I hear English around me. I can stay calm." As they write, they feel something shift inside them. It is not a big change. It is not a sudden moment. It is a quiet understanding. They are learning to live in English, not just study it. After lunch, they return to work. The afternoon moves gently. They finish tasks, answer questions, and stay focused. At the end of the workday, they step outside again. The sky is turning orange. The soft colors fill their eyes. They breathe in the warm air and feel thankful for the day. They walk slowly toward home. With each step, they practice thinking in English. I am learning every day. I feel different now. I am growing. On the way home, they stop at the same small shop to buy a few things. Inside, the lights are soft. They pick up some fruit, some bread, and a few simple items. When they pay, the shopkeeper says, "Have a nice evening." They smile. "Thank you. You too." The words come out naturally. They do not think. They do not prepare. They simply speak. When they arrive home, they take off their jacket and place the bag on the kitchen counter. The room feels warm and welcoming. They prepare a simple dinner and eat slowly. Then, as the evening grows quieter, they sit by the window with a cup of tea. They open the notebook again. They look at all the pages filled with small sentences. Each line represents a moment, a thought, a step in their journey. They feel proud of themselves, not because they are perfect, but because they are patient. They write, "I think in English more now. I feel more free. I can express myself slowly. I am not afraid." When they read these words, a soft warmth fills their chest. They realize something. Thinking in English is no longer something they try to do. It is something that happens naturally now, like breathing, walking, or feeling. They finish their tea, close the notebook, and sit quietly for a few minutes. The night outside is peaceful. The city lights shine softly in the distance. Before going to bed, they say one last simple thought in English. "I am ready for tomorrow." And with that quiet belief, they turn off the light and prepare for sleep, calm, steady, and proud of how far they have come. Thank you for spending this long, gentle story with me today. I hope you felt the calm movement of each moment, the slow steps, the soft rhythm, and the quiet growth inside our character's day. Learning a language is not only about new words or grammar. It is also about feeling safe, feeling peaceful, and giving yourself time to grow. Every morning in the story showed us something important. Progress is quiet. It does not arrive suddenly. It arrives in small moments, when you listen with care, when you think softly in English, when you write simple sentences in a notebook, when you breathe and say, "I can try again tomorrow." These small actions build confidence. They help your mind open. They help English become a natural part of your life. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to hurry. You only need to stay patient, stay kind, and keep moving forward one slow step at a time. Thank you for listening with me. Thank you for practicing with me. And thank you for giving yourself this quiet time to learn. If you enjoyed this story, stay with us for the next one. Every time you listen, learning becomes easier.